Okay, in this video we're going to do one synthetic division, one long division for polynomial division. So remember what I said, that for the divisor, if the lead coefficient is 1, it's easiest just to use synthetic division. So you set up the synthetic division just like this. You bring down the lead coefficient, so 1, -2, -28, -59. You leave some space, then you draw the bar, and always bring down that first lead coefficient. And then for the divisor for synthetic, you take whatever zeroes out the polynomial. So in this case, +7. And then you do repeated multiplication and then addition. So 7 times, you multiply this number times each number down here, and then you add the columns. So 7 times 1 is 7. Add the columns. So -2 plus 7 is +5. Multiply 7 times 5 is 35. Add the columns. You get +7. 7 times 7 is 49. Add the columns. You get -10. Then what you have to remember to do, we're looking for the quotient. We just factored out a v, so now we have v squared. So this becomes 1v squared plus 5v plus 7. And remember, this last one's always the remainder. So you just put -10 over the divisor. V subtract 7. So this is the quotient. This right here is the answer to this question. Now we're going to do long division. Okay, so, whoops, sorry about that. With long division, you set it up like any other numerical long division. The dividend goes here, the divisor goes here, and here's the trick. Remember, you always focus on this piece, and then you do repeated multiplication and subtraction, not addition. Okay, so you ask yourself, 2b goes into 2b cubed how many times? So one way to do it is to do 2b times what is equal to 2b cubed, or you could do 2b cubed divide 2b to the first, and either way, so this way, that cancels, leaving b squared, or you could say 2 times 1 is 2, b to the first times b squared. However you get b squared or 1b squared, whichever method works for you. So in the b squared column, we're going to go ahead and put our b squared. Now we do multiplication. We multiply both of those. So b squared times 2b is 2b cubed. And 1b squared times -2 is -2b squared. And now remember, after we multiply, we subtract, but you subtract both things. And then after you subtract, remember to bring down. I'll bring it down now so I don't forget again. So any number subtract itself cancels. Remember what I said, if you're doing it correctly, the first item always cancels. And then -14, subtract a negative is like adding a positive. So -14 plus 2 is -12b squared. And we're going to bring down that +32b. Now we ask ourselves, 2b times what is equal to -12b squared? Or you could do -12b squared divide 2b. So there, it's really easy to see -6, or 2 times -6 equals -12, and b to the first times b to the first equals b to the second. So I'm going to put subtract 6b, erase all this, and now we're going to do repeated multiplication. My b's and 6's look a lot alike. -6b times 2b is -12b squared, and -6b times -2 is +12b. Now remember, we're going to do repeated subtraction and then we'll bring down that negative 28. So any number subtract itself cancels, and then 32 subtract 12 leaves us with 20b. Then 2b times what is equal to 20b? Well, b to the first times b to the 0 is b to the first, or b to the first times 1. So 2 times 10 is 20. So we're going to put positive 10. And one last time, we're going to do repeated multiplication. So 2b times 10 is 20b, and 10 times negative 2 is negative 20. And then we're going to subtract. Those cancel. Negative 28, subtract the negatives like adding. So that leaves us with negative 8. So we write negative 8 over the divisor, 2b subtract 2. All right, that's it for one synthetic division and one long division.